This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and on it I have the genuine Apple leather case in the ink color. I bought this case brand new when I bought my phone, so it is right about that 6-month mark now. So I wanted to give you guys an update on what the case is looking like. So let me just go ahead, give you guys a nice look at everything. The case is a very dark blue, bluish purple that has over time almost turned to a black. So when it's flat, you guys will be able to see when the light isn't really reflecting too much on it, it looks quite black. At first glance, it's very hard to tell it's any other color. So it does have three major colors that it looks like. Sometimes it looks purple. At certain angles, it looks like a very dark purple. Sometimes it looks very blue. Like right now in this light, it looks more blue than it does purple. The case itself has worn, it does have signs of use for sure. It hasn't been flawless. There's a pretty major chunk missing from the right edge here. On this side, you guys can see it's almost like there's skin peeling up. So this was just, again, from drops, scrapes, things like that. There's a decent little gash right here under the volume button near the alert slider. The top, again, just there is general signs of wear. It's not really too bad, but yes, definitely there are signs of wear. The side over here, nothing much to report. Luckily, there is that. I'm sorry, the other side. The side over here, nothing much to report except for one major thing, and that is that I will have to take the phone out of the case for 1 second to show you guys. So if you guys will be able to see the edge right here, there is a crack in the case. So this is not a old issue, like this is a known issue. I've known this about leather cases. They do tend to have these weak spots, particularly near the power, volume, and alert slider, where they do have these tiny little cracks. Now, it doesn't make the case unusable. It's not even noticeable most of the time, but once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. And I'm sure that it definitely, over time, will make the case less solid, right? It will impact the structural integrity, especially as you drop the phone more, or the case, I guess. And that is a little bit concerning. This is kind of a normal break point, but I'm surprised Apple still hasn't fixed it over all these years. Other than that, the other sensitive spot is the bottom as well. I have seen a lot of cracks right near the charge port. Luckily, not an issue here. I think that's a little bit more common when people keep fidgeting with the case and in trying to take it on a lot and put it back on. Mine has fared pretty well so far. The inside looks pretty decent. It is a little bit dusty. As you guys can see, there are some white specks in there. That's more so from me taking off the case and leaving it to the side for a while here and there. Because I do take off the case sometimes. I do use the phone without a case from time to time. But that kind of is the reason why sometimes there is a little bit more I guess, dust and just more lint collected in there than there would be if the case was just completely on the phone all the time. Other than that, the case, you guys can see the wear is, this is what the color looks like. So am I personally a fan of the color? I'm not loving it. I would have liked it to be a little bit more of one color or the other. It looks dark purple, sometimes black, sometimes dark blue, sometimes, and it kind of looks too drab. It really doesn't stand out in any way. It looks very basic. That's not a bad thing. I know that a ton of people love the understated look, and I do too, but I don't know. When paying 60 bucks, this case does feel very just basic. And the thing is, you know, you don't really even get to see the purple finish or the beauty of the phone, and really this kind of makes it look a little bit uglier, if I'm not lying. I think that the way that the case is looking right now really doesn't add to the look of the phone. It doesn't make it worse, but definitely not as pretty in my opinion. Another thing I did notice is the Apple logo. It is embossed into the leather, but over time it's kind of gotten more and more faint, so it's harder to see. Right now, like you guys can see, it's hard to see that, but you can only really see it when the light is hitting it in a particular way. Don't know how that's happening, but I guess just as time is going on, the leather is wearing and aging, and that embossed logo is slowly starting to fade away. So that is it for the leather case update. So this was, again, the ink leather case. If you guys want to see anything else about this, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. And if you want to check out this case and check out the leather cases for all the other iPhones, I will have them linked down in the description below. Go check it out over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one.